Greetings, beautiful viewers. This is Smitten, and welcome to the much anticipated vlog. Today, we're going to be discussing things that I would like to see incorporated into Smite that I remember very fondly from my WoW days. If you guys didn't know, I played WoW pretty much exclusively from the day it came out for about 8 years until I discovered Smite. So there's some things that I think Smite could benefit from that was part of WoW's structure. There shouldn't be any copyright issues for any of my suggestions simply because the mechanics functions that I'm going to suggest are, often visible in many other video games of several different genres. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way, and I hope somebody from Hi-Rez is paying attention so that way we can get this going because I think it would help everybody out. So first things first, I drew a picture to kind of explain it a little bit better. So one of the things that I really loved about WoW, and something that I miss seeing, and something I think would help a lot of the newer players, or perhaps some veteran players that have problems with diving somebody who's extremely fed on the team. It's very simple, and I think it's easily implemented. Basically what it is levels. So say I'm Artemis, right here. I'm Artemis, and I'm level 10. I would love to see somebody who is like, 3 levels or above have their level in red. So you see I've drawn Bologna here, and she's a level 14. I would love to see that red in there, so that way, my jungler who's pretty far behind sees that Bologna's, below half health, and he goes in for the kill, but fails to realize that it's 4 levels above him. I think coloring that red is probably going to help him realize, oh, that person is really, really far ahead of me. Maybe I shouldn't engage. The same thing, for the Shibalanke right here, he's level 11. His level is in yellow, because that's somebody who has a level 10 Artemis that I could engage upon, pretty easily, or at least fairly. And then we have Aphrodite here, who is level 8, and she has a green level because she's a super low, easy target. So if she's, 2 or 3 levels under my level 10 Artemis, I think that their levels should be displayed in different, it's like a color scale, depending upon how far away or how approachable or killable another target is. I think that would help out a lot of people in the community. So I'll let you guys get a nice close-up right here. Or we could even, if we wanted to be a little more creative with it, we could even, if we wanted to be a little bit more pronounced about how far ahead or behind a target is, maybe having some sort of green frame around the individual's name for somebody who's lower.
And then, of course, a yellow one for somebody who is within my range, or within my level, my ability to kill them. And then having especially a red frame around somebody who is like super far ahead of me, somebody that more than likely can turn a gank around and kill me pretty easily, based just upon their level and experience.
That's something that I miss from WoW, and I think it's going to be really easy to implement. I think it'd be really helpful to the community, especially to newcomers or people that just think they're super badass. The second thing that I would love to see implemented into Smite may be a little bit more controversial, because I've already suggested this before. People are like, meh. Or they were like, hell yeah, I want to see that. I would love a capture the flag game mode in Smite. I think it's absolutely doable. Maybe instead of having to develop the code or whatever for, a flag, you could make it like a buff. You know how you drop buffs on the map anyways, and then somebody picks it up. It could essentially look like a buff. The flag could. Now, I can already hear the arguments. People are saying, oh, well, what about people with global ultimates like Athena or Apollo or Mercury or somebody like that, or Janus? Yeah, there's certain gods that would probably be really overpowered in this game mode. They can either be excluded, or you can do what you normally do in Conquest, and that's just kill them before they can use it. I would love this game mode. I loved it in Warsong Gulch, and WoW PvP was my favorite. It was my absolute favorite because it requires a lot of teamwork, a lot of cooperation. I think it'd be a fun game mode for everybody, definitely. The next thing that I would love to see implemented in Smite from the WoW days is the queue selection, the role selection that you choose before entering into a battleground or entering into an instance or something, or a raid or something like that. You know how you have like the 3 options, damage, healer, or tank? Well, I think for Smite, it would be amazing if we could select 2 roles. Say, my 2 mains are ADC and mid. So whenever the queue, or whenever I go to enter the queue, a screen would pop up saying, here's the different roles. Which 2 of these would you prefer? What I would do is select mid and ADC, put myself in queue, and then wait. Yes, I already know. Queue times are long enough as is. People just want to get in the game and do it, right? But I also hear people complaining a lot about the lobby chat. Whenever you come in and you're trying your damnedest, you have ADC or mid or jungle or support typed into your system chat, ready, getting ready to press enter the second that the screen comes up, right? Just like everybody else does in Smite. And then there's the fight. Then there's like, well, I want an ADC. Well, I'm better at jungle. I called it first. I'm at the top of the list. You're at the bottom, so that means you get the support. Yes, we deal with that every single game that we play in Smite, right? Sometimes you get lucky. Everybody gets the role. But with this system being implemented, being able to select 2 of your roles prior to queuing, yes, it may delay your wait time by a few minutes, but at least you'll be guaranteed for one of those 2 spots. So, that's my other suggestion. I think it would be really cool. Maybe we don't have the active player base for it right now. Maybe there's not enough people in, this server for NA, et cetera, for people to do that. I'm not saying that it needs to be implemented immediately. I'm saying this is something that can wait maybe another 6 months, but I think that it would definitely make people feel a lot better about getting into these queues and, playing this game, knowing that they're guaranteed the role that they want. You know what I mean? And the last thing that I would love to see incorporated from WoW into Smite is an ability. I used to main a Disc Priest, and my favorite ability in the world was Leap of Faith. If you don't know what Leap of Faith is, Google it. I'm sorry. But essentially what it was is, say your FC or your flag carrier was taken, they've got 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 50 dudes on them, and they're like, oh god, and they're the only one around, they're killing the rest of your team. As a Disc Priest, you used to be able to, or you're able to select that person, hit Leap of Faith, and it not only shielded them, pulled them from that group towards you. So, I drew something for you. Here's Artemis, level 10. Oh my god, no words, time to take the tier 2 tower, baby. And then the enemy team is like, yeah, VGG, gank, attack. And then I'm on my way. So, the whole team is rotating. Artemis doesn't have wards as usual. And so Geb over here is like, WTF are you doing? And this ability, Leap of Faith, it could either be an active. So, let me find, we'll do it in blue. So it can either be an active, and you can, probably a really expensive active or something like that. You could use that as a support player or something like that to be like, yo, ADC, here's the active. This will be the active if it was actually visible in the game. Geb would be like, oh my god, I can't believe that you're up there doing stupid things. What it would do is it would lasso her or something. It would just be like, yo lady, you need to come over here, and it would just reposition her back towards Geb, back towards your support or whatever. So it can either, I would love to see it introduced into a kit. I would love an actual healer mage that's super crazy like the Disc Priest. I would love that. And maybe the ultimate could be this Leap of Faith, this repositioning tactic. But I think it'd be even pretty cool to see, as an active, put in the active slot, because that would be really, it would be really handy sometimes as an ADC main or as a mid main to just get pulled out of the situation. Now it can have a high cooldown or something like that. There's a lot of balancing that could go into it, but it was a really fun ability, and it was really, really useful in WoW, and I would love to see it in Smite, because I would just be Leap of Faithing people all day. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself, enjoyed this vlog. I know it's been a long time coming, sorry to keep you waiting, but life does happen. If you guys are interested in seeing any more vlogs, you can find them here, or you can subscribe down below and get notified every time I do make a new one. And I plan on doing these a lot more often because you guys seem to love them. You eat them up. I don't know why, but hey, you like it, I like making them, so here we go. Alright guys, see you next time.